Let's look at our core goal with our finance team always. The core goal of the finance team is accurate, timely information to help us make better business decisions and inform business decisions. So that's our overarching goal, and it doesn't matter if I employ 100 people or one person, that's the objective we're looking to achieve. So let's take that one step further. Within your business, it revolves around two factors: the complexity of what you do and the complexity of transactions or the complexity of structure, and also the volume of it, which then leads to the two core elements of your finance team. What is its competency and what is its capacity? So the competency is how much competency you need to deal with the complexity, and then with your capacity will depend on how much volume there is, because you could have a business that turns over $10 million doing building is going to need a heck of a lot less people than a business that sells pens and paper on $10 million. Just the volume of transactions is going to be significantly greater, even though the revenue is the exact same number. Taking that one step further, my goal with a finance team is to minimize cost and maximize education. So let's work through that element. Now, if you look at a transactional level, this is where the rubber meets the road for the finance team. People often get excited by the reporting, the analysis, the KPIs, but you can't do any of that, what I call fun stuff, until you've got your data entry completed and data entry done accurately. So let's break down the core elements. You've got accounts receivable, which is making sure all the sales are entered into your system. You've got accounts payable, which is making sure all the supply invoices are entered into the system. You've got payroll, so making sure all the wages and associated information is entered, like pay-as-you-go, superannuation or pension payments, depending on where you are in the world. All those elements are accounted for. And then fourth, your bank is reconciled. So making sure all the cash transactions have been accounted for appropriately. So you've entered your sales, you've entered your purchases, you've done your payroll, and you've reconciled your bank. There isn't really much more to it from a transactional perspective. And those are all very, very learnable skills. So hence that goal we said before is you want to minimize the cost of your finance team by educating them as much as possible. So we train them up to get as many transactions done internally rather than having to get them done by an accountant, a CFO, or an external party, which is going to cost you a lot more money than the information if it was done by someone in your finance team at a more entry-level investment cost.